Welcome to your HIIT cardio interval workout. This is going to be an awesome cardio workout to blast fat and jumpstart your metabolism. Make sure to drink plenty of water before you start. Let's start with a warm-up here. We're going to start with some ham curls, just bringing that heel up to the glute, reaching those arms overhead. We're going to get warmed up, so we'll be ready for this workout. Go ahead and shift side to side in a lunge. Gently bending to one side and then the other, and then reach an arm down and pull it back for a nice lawnmower stretch. Just warming up here. Now let's go ahead and take that lawnmower over to the opposite side. Reach it down and pull it back. Let's bring those feet together and go ahead and lift the knees up to the chest, warming up those abs, the core. Nice, reach up at the top, pulling down nice and strong, lifting those knees one at a time up to that chest. Little standing crunch. And let's go ahead and bring that opposite elbow to the opposite knee. Little rotation here of that torso, warming up those obliques. Just a couple more here. And 2 and 1. You're nice and warm. We're going to move into our first move. We're going to do the inchworm. You're going to reach up, walk all the way down into a plank, hold for a second, and walk those hands back up and reach up to the sky. So we're doing each one of these moves for 1 minute, and after 4 moves, you'll get to rest. Remember though, you can always take a break anytime you need it. You can pause this video, grab some more water, take a little breather if you need to. I love this move because it really works that upper body and that core. And it's a great move here at the beginning to warm up. There's not a lot of intensity here or impact, but we're warming up the entire body. And remember, for all of these moves, move at your own pace. I'll show some modifications, but wherever you're at today with your body, just work there and challenge yourself as much as you can in this workout today. So we're gonna do one more here, reaching up, walking all the way down and bringing it back. Now we're going to take it into some jumping jacks. So nice basic jack here to start. Make sure both toes are pointed forward. You want to stay light on those toes and the arms nice and strong, reaching up and down. Now you can always do a modified jack with a tap and reach. So if you do have any knee or ankle injuries, you can use this modification here to take some of that impact off. Another option would be a cross jack, crossing those feet, alternating one foot in front of the other, engaging a little bit of those inner thighs here. Or you could try a star jack, lifting both feet off the ground at once, reaching those arms up. So lots of options here. You can modify, choose your intensity. We're going for that minute here of jumping jacks. Remember, you'll get your break after the 4th move, but you can take a break anytime you need to. Just a couple more jacks here, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Our next move is going to be squat jumps. So you're going to squat back and down, keeping those knees behind the toes, sitting back into those hips and reaching up, lifting off the ground as high as you can. Really try to sit down nice and low, use those legs, reach up and blast off the floor with some intensity. Now remember, if you want to take out some of that impact, you can always stick with just a basic squat or a squat with a knee lift. So again, still intense, still challenging, but taking some of that high impact off the knees if you are wanting a more lower impact option. Make sure to keep that breath going. Exhale as you jump up into that squat. Inhale on the way down, reaching those arms up. Make sure to keep those abs engaged. Keep going, you're doing awesome. Keep pushing here. All right, our next move is going to be a plank. So you're going to walk down into that plank position. Make sure that you have your hips and your shoulders nicely in line. We're going to hold and squeeze in that plank. You want to make sure your shoulders are over your wrists and your abs are pulled in tight. We're working that transverse abdominis here. So this is the ab muscle that wraps around the stomach and holds everything in. So we like that. It's sort of your natural belt. And that's what we're strengthening here. It holds everything in and really strengthens that core. So we're going for that minute. Keep holding and squeezing. Remember, if you need to drop down to your knees at any point and finish on your knees, that's totally fine. Wherever plank variation you'd like to do, some people like to be on their forearms, that's fine. We're holding, keep squeezing, we're almost there, so close. Hold, and breathe here in that plank. For 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. So we're going to take a break here. Nice little 10-second breather. Take a little rest. Grab a sip of water. Check your heart rate if you need to. Remember, you can always pause the tape and take a longer rest if you need to. Our next move is going to be an alternating back lunge. So you're going to step one leg back and then bring it back to center. So as you step back, make sure again that front knee stays behind the toe. You want to keep those shoulders back and down, that chest lifted, and those abs pulled in nice and tight. We're really working on that lower body strength here. You'll feel it in those quads, glutes, and hamstrings. Like you could also add a knee lift. So a lunge, knee lift, lunge, and together. Lunge, knee lift, lunge, and together. So this is another option, adding a little more challenge, adding a little bit of ab work in there. Or you can always, again, stick with a basic alternating back lunge. So great ways to switch it up as you improve with this video more times through. You can try some of the other variations and switch things up again as well. Last one on each side. Great job. Next, we're going to go ahead and bring it down for some mountain climbers. So you're going to bring those knees into the chest, going as fast as you can here. Bringing those knees in, squeezing those core muscles, and really working. This one really gets that heart rate going. So push here, hold on to this move. This is challenging. If you need to, you can always slow it down. Bring those knees in at a slower pace and take a little breather for a few seconds and then take it back up to that challenging pace here. We're holding here for that minute, so keep pushing. You've got this. Breathe through this move. This is one of the hardest ones. If you can get it through this one, the worst is behind you. Keep pushing here. You're more than halfway. Squeeze those abs. That heart rate is blasting. We are burning fat. That metabolism is going to increase. You are starting or finishing off your day in the best way possible. Remember that option to slow it down if you need to, and you can always mix and match during this minute. Some fast pace, some slow pace. That's a great way to do it, to push all the way through. Let's take it last. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, and rest. Bring it back up. Our next move is going to be a jump rope. So just nice and easy here, basic bodyweight jump rope. You're going to circle those arms around, pretending you have a jump rope in your hand. You want to stay light on those feet. Another option, you could march out right in place. You can box or shuffle. You can take it all the way up to that basic jump rope, or you could try a skipping jump rope, alternating the feet. So lots of options here of what you can do in this jump rope. You could also try a single leg for 4, and then on the opposite leg for 4. So whatever you want to do here, just keeping those feet moving, keep circling those arms around, jump roping here right in place. I don't know if any of you guys have ever actually done jump rope cardio, but it is such an awesome workout. But here we don't have to worry about the actual rope, just doing the movement, getting that cardio benefit in there. And it's awesome because you don't need any space here for this move. Just keeping the feet moving, just all your own body weight here. And bring it down. Nice job. So for our next move, we are going to do a high knee run. So you're going to stay in place here and just pick those knees up for a great high knee run here. Squeezing those abs, again, landing softly on those feet. You can always switch it to just a knee lift and a step to take out that impact. So if you don't want the higher impact running movement, you can take out and switch to that knee lift. Now, a couple options for your arms. You can keep them below the heart if you'd like, a little bit less intense, or you can lift those hands up over your head and also increase the heart rate a little bit that way with the arm movement. Keep breathing here. Keep pushing here, you're almost there. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, awesome job. We're gonna take our next 10-second rest here. So grab some more water, take a little breather, march it out. Make sure to keep that body moving, whatever you do. Just walk it out here, and we're ready to move on to our next move. So we're gonna do some plie pulses. So take those feet out nice and wide into second position. You're gonna sit back down and we're gonna pulse at the bottom. This move is awesome for toning and shaping those inner thighs. You wanna stay nice and low. Make sure those abs stay pulled in. Now we're gonna lift one heel off the ground and pulse. Really focusing now on that one side, isolating a little bit here. Lifting that heel. And then we're going to go and bring it back to center and pulse right in that center. Lift that other heel up on that other side, even it out. Squeeze, squeeze, make sure to keep breathing. Those legs are burning, sit nice and low. And finish back in that center, hold those pulses, keep pushing here, keep moving. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, and bring it up. Now we're going to go ahead and move back into our cross-country ski. So you're going to bring one foot forward, one foot back in sort of a shuffle movement. Those arms are going forward and back, and you can choose to reach those arms up nice and high if you'd like. You can always bring it down to a tap behind and reach with the arms. Lower impact version here with that tap and reach. And remember, you can always mix and match. So if you need to bring it back to the lower impact option for a few seconds and bring it back to that higher impact, you can definitely do that. This is your workout, you're pushing yourself. So whatever modifications you need to make, just keep that body going and don't quit on me. We're so close. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Moving on to our next move here, we're going to do a football run. So you're just going to move those feet as fast as you can, back and forth, and turn to one side, squeeze, squeeze. Let's face the back here, keeping those feet going as fast as you can, move and move. And to the opposite side, we're just taking it all the way around here. And face the front. Keep that breath going. And back to the side. Whatever direction you want to go here, you choose. And face the back. And face the opposite side. And face the front. Last time here. Finish it out with that football run. Nice job. Next, we're going to move to a high-low punch. So you're going to reach the arm up and down, punching up, down, and bringing the legs up and down too. So you're coming into a squat and then standing. So you have 2 levels here. And you're really going to feel those legs work, feel that arm work. Really squeezing, using those back muscles. Hold in tight. Now let's take it over to the opposite side. High-low punch, up and down. You want that punch to be fast. So you're going out and in like you're hitting something hot with your hand and pulling it right back. Strong punches here. Nice job. Back to that other side. And switch. and bring it back up. Nice job. And rest for 10 seconds here. Our next move is going to be a single leg deadlift. You're going to hinge at the waist, lowering those arms down towards the floor, and the leg comes out behind you. So we're feeling in the backs of those hamstrings, taking it down nice and slow, working on balance here. So squeeze those abs to help you balance. And you can find a point on the floor to stare at to help you hold that balance, but really activating those abs. Now let's switch it over to the other side. On the other leg this time, squeezing down and bringing it back. Nice job. Couple more here. This is a challenging move, so if you need to, you can start with both legs on the floor in a basic deadlift and move up to the single leg deadlift whenever you're ready. But this is a great challenging move, and again, you don't need any equipment here, just your own body weight, and we're working balance, core, legs, so many great things working here. Next, we're going to do some butt kicks. So go ahead and bring it up into a jog, bring those heels to the glute, squeezing those legs, those hamstrings, just a little jog it out. If you'd like, you can bring it to a ham curl with a reach up, pull down with those arms. Little lower impact here. Or you can bring it back up to that jog, nice and easy. Again, adding in those arms if you'd like a little bit more intensity, reaching and pulling down, breathing in and out, nice inhales and exhales here. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next, we're going to come onto our mat and do some donkey kickbacks. So you're going to be on all fours, and you're going to kick one leg out straight behind you. So you want to make sure here in this position that your shoulders are right over your wrists, your abs are pulled in nice and tight, and you're kicking that leg straight back. You're going to feel this in your glutes and your hamstrings, but this is a great way to challenge that lower body. Make sure to keep your gaze just slightly in front of your hands on the mat to keep a nice neutral spine. Let's switch it over to the opposite side. Same set, just kicking that leg straight back, squeezing those glutes, holding those abs in, working on that core strength, and feeling those stabilizing muscles work to hold you in this position on the mat. And bring it back down. Let's rest in child's pose for a few seconds here. Take a nice little breather. Inhale and exhale. Let's bring it back up, and we're going to take it into a plank. So go ahead and bring those legs out, and then we're going to bring one knee to the outside of the elbow. So the same leg comes to the same arm here, and we're just bringing that knee to the outside of the elbow, crunching each side. So you're squeezing in this frog plank, feeling that crunch in your obliques. You'll also feel this in your shoulders and your transverse abdominis as well. So there's so much going on in this move. We're holding that plank, that upper body is working, and we're bringing that knee to the outside of the elbow. To make this easier, you can come onto your knees and bring the knee to the elbow from your knees as well. So you can modify if you need to, and then bring it back to that basic frog plank whenever you're ready. And rest. Nice job. Go ahead and take a nice 10-second breather here. We're going to move into our ab section next. So the worst is behind you. We're going to go ahead and work that core. So go ahead and lay on your back whenever you're ready. We're going to roll it all the way down. We're going to do an ab circuit here. So we're going to start with just some basic crunches. So go ahead and take your hands behind your head, and we're going to go ahead and crunch up and down. basic crunches. So in this crunch, you want to make sure you have your fingertips right on the side of your head, but you're not pulling on the neck. You're lifting from those abs. You want to make sure you have a little bit of space underneath your chin, like you have an apple, and you're lifting up, taking those shoulders up off the mat and exhaling, blowing all the air out as you come up. Let's go for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. For our next move, lift those legs up. You can sit on your hands and then go ahead and lower one leg down and lift, and then lower the opposite leg down and lift. So now we're working those lower abs. So those basic crunches work the top part of your six pack. Now these leg lower and lifts are challenging those lower abs. You also have the option to lower both legs together, but if you do that, make sure you can press that low back into the mat. And if you feel that low back start to lift up, bring it back to that single leg. We want to work those abs, but we also want to make sure that we're protecting that spine. And go ahead and bring those knees in. We're going to bring it to a bicycle. So bring that opposite elbow to opposite knee, crunching on each side, feeling it squeeze and work those obliques. This is one of my favorite ab moves. You really feel it from right when you start. This is challenging, but it feels so good. You really feel that burn. Switching side to side, squeezing, making sure to breathe, inhaling and exhaling as you move through this movement. And this is a circuit, so we're going to come back to these moves one more time through. So this is the first time you're practicing these moves. Next, go ahead and lift those legs up, and we're going to reach up for those toes. So we're back to those rectus abdominis muscles. We've been moving through working upper abs, lower abs, side abs. We're back to those upper abs, reaching for those toes. Those abs may be burning here, but don't quit on me. Keep pushing, keep breathing here. This is a challenge. We are almost through with this workout. You're tired. This is where you really have to push and challenge yourself. So keep breathing here and keep working through this workout here. And bring it back down. Nice job. We are going back through that ab circuit, starting back at the top with those basic crunches. So bring it back into that crunch. This is your second and final time through this ab set, so you know all the moves and you can really give it 100% here. Starting with those upper abs with that basic crunch. Again, make sure to exhale as you lift up off the ground, shoulders coming off the mat. Squeezing from that core and making sure not to pull on the neck. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Next, lift those legs up, sit on those hands, lower and lift the leg. So again, you have the option for this single leg, lower and lift, or to lower both legs together. But again, remember that you need to make sure that low back presses into the mat, and that single leg is a great place to start to make sure there's not any extra pressure on that spine. Squeezing those lower abs here. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Next, we're going to move to that bicycle. We're just moving through this set one right after another, but remember, if you need to take a break and a breather at any point, feel free. You have got this. You are so close. Keep pushing here. Inhale, exhale, squeeze those abs. Keep working hard. You have got this. You can do it. This is your mental challenge. When you get to the end, it is all about a mental challenge to finish strong. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Lift those toes up. Reach for those toes here. This is your final ab move, your final push. You have got this. Reaching it up, squeezing those upper abs. We are toning and ripping through those abs, really strengthening that core. Reach up. Exhale as you reach up for those toes, just reaching as far as you can go here. Let's go last 5 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. So we're going to take a quick stretch here. So go ahead and bring one knee into the chest, hugging that knee in nice and tight. Taking a couple nice inhales and exhales here. You did so great, just relaxing, feeling proud of yourself here for everything you accomplished. Go ahead and straighten that leg, pull gently towards your chest to stretch that hamstring. Gently intensifying the stretch as you hold. And go ahead and cross that ankle over the knee, pull gently behind your thigh as you weave your hand through, pulling towards your chest and feeling a nice stretch in your glutes. And go ahead and switch, bring that opposite knee into the chest, hugging that knee in nice and close. Again, taking that nice inhale and exhale, and straighten that leg. Pull gently towards you, stretching that hamstring. You did so great today, and this is your time to just take a minute to feel proud of yourself and your body. Cross that ankle over the knee, weave your hands through, stretch the glutes on the other side. Hug both knees in, rock forward and back. We're going to rock up to a seated position. Congratulations on finishing this workout and your HIIT cardio. You did awesome. Make sure to check out the rest of my videos. And if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, I'm Marielle from SummerGirlFitness.com, and I'll see you next time.